Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're reviewing Save the Cinema, directed by Sarah Sugarman and starring Samantha Morton, Johnathan Pryce, Tom Felton and Adil Akhtar. Save the Cinema tells the story of Liz Evans, a person who worked at the Lyric Theatre in a small Welsh town in Wales. The theatre isn't doing quite so well, and so the council elect that the theatre be destroyed and replaced with a shopping centre. But Liz isn't going to have it, and she puts up a protest to save the cinema. To be honest, the film started off a little bit wobbly for me. There are some technical aspects to this movie that I just think are really quite amateuristic and so easily fixed, and it was quite a frustrating watch with this in mind. The film starts with a children's performance in the Lyric Theatre, and then there's a slight time fade and it goes into another children's performance. It genuinely took me a minute. I had to pause the movie and sort of figure out what was going on, because it turns out in that fade there'd been a 15-20 year time jump, and it isn't obvious. There's no dates that pop up. It actually goes down to someone's foot. Then it fades, then it comes back up, and it's another kid's performance. There's nothing at all that suggests that this is a time jump. There's another moment in the film where Adil Akhtar is talking his way through a flashback, and it's nothing against Adil Akhtar, we'll get to the performances, but they decide to zoom in slowly on Adil as he is telling the story, and that's, again, totally fine. Except that Adil isn't actually central to the frame, he's actually sort of off on the right somewhere, giving this whole area of negative space with nothing going on and no reason to be there. Then we cut out of the flashback and then we actually go back to the original unzoomed position to then zoom back in on Adil. I don't get it. Why just stay in the flashback? If you're an editor or you've had practice with editing, it's gonna bug the life out of you, this movie. There are loads of little tidbits and gripes that they will just stand out to you like sore thumbs, and you're just like, that doesn't need to be here. Tom Felton has a conversation at a party, and that bit is what is important, the conversation. It ends, and Tom Felton is told to go and mingle. The scene can end right there, but it doesn't. We then follow Tom Felton over to a buffet table, who he sort of laughs and smiles at the buffet table. Why? Was the buffet table important? Did he even pick up a plate and get food? So why have that little tidbit scene there? Why don't you just cut that out and just make your movie a much smoother ride? These all feel quite surface level characters, or caricatures of real characters. The performances are fine, there's nothing that's going to blow your socks off, but no one's really bad either. Samantha Morton's pretty good. I like Johnathan Pryce here, but I like Johnathan Pryce in just about everything. I think he's a really underappreciated actor. Tom Felton was my favourite, he was my standout here. He shows quite a bit of emotional range here, and he has the most developed character. At least I could understand where he sat in this argument. He has a very expressive face. He is a very good actor. I do think Tom Felton should definitely continue to take on roles like this. I think the film certainly has good intentions, but the director and the writer just haven't really fully explored this to its ultimate depth. They have very much decided who the villains and who the good guys are in this scenario, and when you actually look at the situation and the story, there just aren't any bad guys. There just aren't. There's good guys who want to save a theatre, and then there's good guys who want to save a town, because the theatre isn't making any money, it's not bringing in any tourism, it's actually keeping the town in the old times. It isn't letting them develop, it isn't creating job opportunities. So you could very easily argue that the supermarket would actually be the better thing for the town, you know? This lady standing on her high horse is essentially holding a village hostage and saying, you all have to suffer and live without because I give a shit about this theatre. And that's quite selfish when you think about it, and I don't think the film really does a very good job of pinning down why this is so important to her, why she is going to literally hold her neighbours to ransom to save this damn place. Fuck all of you lot, fuck all of your income problems, this is my theatre. That's how it comes across, and it really shouldn't. You know, they let you know that she's attached to the building, that she has a history here, but what history? Why is it so important? What is it that is so emotionally pulling to this woman that she must keep this place alive? Maybe I'm really cold-hearted. I already have the emotional security to sort of just say, okay, that's that part of that life, and all good things must come to an end. We move on, you know? Of course I have fond memories of my old school and the place I used to live in, but that was then. I cherish it for what it was. I take those memories with me and I'll never forget them. We're here now and we move onwards and upwards. Maybe I'm cold-hearted, but I just didn't connect with this woman at all. I really didn't. I really struggled to understand why this was of such importance to her. I'm going to give Save the Cinema a 4 out of 10. Thank you for watching this review. Please be sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. And please be sure to hit the comment section as well. Have you seen Save the Cinema? What did you think about it? Do you agree with me or do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section below. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you on the next review.